Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a video on a boy named Jesus Torres. His father had commented on one of my junior videos, and his son was shot to death while delivering pizza in I think it was 2013, and it wasn't really given a lot of coverage. It was kind of brought up and then just done away with, like most things. And I told his father that I would like to do a video on what happened to his son and bring more attention to the case. So I have the time to do that now, which is why I'm doing it. So this happened in Newark, New Jersey. 4 males were charged in a robbery gone wrong that claimed the life of a 20-year-old Newark police delivery man, one of the 10 people killed in 10 days in the state's largest city, authorities said today. Shaquille Fines, 20, and 3 teenagers who were not named have been charged with felony murder in the September 1st shooting of Jesus Torres. Acting Essex County Prosecutor Carolyn Murray said Torres, an aspiring musician who took the job at Pizza Hut several months ago to provide for his newborn son, was making deliveries in the area of South 11th Street and 13th Avenue around 9:30 p.m. when the 4 surrounded his car and attempted to rob him. They did not say what sparked the shooting, but Torres was shot twice during the altercation and crashed his vehicle into a nearby building. He died a short time later. I am hoping that bringing the suspects responsible for this senseless crime to justice so quickly will bring some sense of solace to the Torres family, which didn't. Newark Police Director Samuel DeMeo said in his statement, Fines, who has been arrested on drug charges, and a 16-year-old who was arrested Friday, according to Catherine Carter, spokeswoman for Essex County Prosecutor's Office. 2 17-year-olds were also arrested Saturday, she said. This is what 16 and 17-year-olds are doing these days, okay? DeMeo said the suspects hung out in the neighborhood where Torres was killed. Fines is being held at Essex County Correctional Facility on a $1 million bail. The teenagers were taken to Essex County Youth House. Murray said she will seek to charge the teenagers as adults. At a vigil outside Torres' family North Ward home last week, friends remembered him as a talented musician, dedicated family man who loved to write and record songs with a group of friends known as the J Squad. His father told me that he was very, very into his music, that his father was also very into music, and he shared that love with his son, taught him everything he knew, and that was a bond that they shared. Torres' stepfather shouted yes but declined further comments. Torres was one of 10 people, included innocent bystanders, drug dealers, killed from August 26 to December 3rd. The spat of violence pushed toward Newark's 2013 homicide toll to 60. North Ward Councilman Annabelle Ramos urged leaders to come together to stop the rampant crime. This heinous crime visited tragedy upon a family with deep roots in Newark, but hopefully the Torres family can take solace in knowing that the perpetrators responsible for the death of Jesus are now behind bars, Ramos said in a statement. As a city, we must work to bring the end to senseless violence that has plagued our community for too long. Okay. No justice in killing of Newark police, pizza delivery man, the mother says. When Torres was shot and killed in September 2013 while working as a pizza delivery man in Newark, The aspiring musician's son was a little over a month old. Nearly 2 years later, family members give the child Torres' music for him to hear his father's voice. They showed him pictures of Torres for the boy to see his father's face. Every time the child sees Torres, he says "Daddy" and kisses the picture, according to Torres' mother, Maria. He's never going to be able to grow up and know his father, only through his music and through his pictures, and I don't think that's fair for him. I don't think it's fair at all. There's no justice, she added. There's no justice at all. Maria Torres offered those remarks on Wednesday after watching Al Shakur Williams, 18 of Newark, plead guilty to weapons offense in connection to Torres' December 1st, 2013 shooting. His 5 co-defendants pleaded guilty to charges in the case last week after Torres crashed his car into a fence near the intersection of 13th Avenue and South 11th Street. In Newark, the 6 defendants surrounded the vehicle. One of the defendants said the group decided to damage Torres' car because the collision had disrupted a block party they were attending. In court on Wednesday, Williams admitted to handing the gun to Ibn Muhammad. Williams said he gave the gun to Muhammad because he thought Muhammad was going to scare Torres, not shoot him. He asked me to see the gun to scare the victims, said Williams, referring to Muhammad. He went on the side of the door, and I heard a gunshot. In exchange for Williams' guilty plea to charge of possession of a handgun without a permit, prosecutors have agreed to recommend a 5-year prison sentence for him. Williams would have to serve 3 years before becoming eligible for parole. Muhammad, 19 of Newark, pleaded guilty on August 4th to aggravated manslaughter and weapons offense when he admitted shooting Torres. Under a plea deal, prosecutors are recommending a 17-year sentence for Muhammad. He would have to serve more than 14 years before becoming eligible for parole. In pleading guilty, Muhammad said he was only trying to scare Torres when he banged on the driver's side door with the weapon. As Muhammad was banging on the window, the glass shattered and the gun went off, ultimately killing 20-year-old. Yeah, okay. 3 other defendants, Shaquille Fines, 23, Solomon Williams, 20, and Lonnie Simmons, 19, all of Newark, each pleaded guilty on August 4th to a charge of endangering an injured victim. They admitted to participating in the incident and then leaving the scene after Torres was shot. Another defendant, Raymond Hires, 18, also of Newark, pleaded guilty on August 4th to the possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. That weapon was a bicycle, which Hires admitted throwing through the window of Torres' car. Okay. Like, shooting him and him smashing into a wall wasn't enough. In exchange for the guilty pleas, prosecutors have agreed to recommend sentences of time served for those 4 men. Wow. Soon after pleading guilty, Faines, Hires, and Simmons were released from custody to await sentences. They had been in custody for nearly 2 years. Williams remains in custody at Essex County Correctional Facility because he has other pending charges in unrelated cases. Sentencing for all defendants are scheduled for the 21st before Supreme Court Judge Robert Gardner. The 6 men were each indicted on felony murder, robbery, and weapons charges, and Muhammad was also charged with murder. But outside the courtroom, after Wednesday's hearing, Maria Torres criticized how the 3 men were released and said all of the plea deals were not fair. Torres said that she would like to see prison sentences of more than 20 years each for Muhammad and Al Shakur Williams. I don't think it's fair, referring to the plea deals. That's not justice. They took my son's life. They all participated in it. Totally agreed. A singer and songwriter, Jesus Torres, a Newark resident, was also in the process of trying to join the Coast Guard or become a police officer. His mother said until those opportunities came together, he took the Pizza Hut delivery job in order to provide for his family. They took him away. I'm so upset. I hate talking about it. In response to Torres' comments, Catherine Carter, spokeswoman at the county prosecutor's office, had the following statement. We understand the family's feelings that this is not justice. This is a very sad case where a promising young man was senselessly killed, but because of the lack of credible witnesses, we had to make the unfortunate decision to negotiate a plea. Now, don't they always, isn't that always an excuse for them? Like, regardless, you're there, okay? So if somebody gets killed and you're there, regardless, you're an accessory to murder. So that would carry a murder sentence or accessory to murder or whatever it is. And these people are not, they were not getting any kind, they got time served. I mean, you threw a friggin' bike into the car at the person, and that's not considered like intent to harm, like using a bicycle as deadly weapon. I don't know. Like, I'm very, it's very upsetting. It's very upsetting because it just shows that when these kind of things happen, is there really justice? Like, this right here goes to show you that you got 4 people that are involved, and 3 of them out of the 4 are getting time served. Like, what does this say to the rest of the people out there that want to commit crimes of this nature? Okay? What does it say to them by getting off with time served? 3 years. Like, are you friggin' serious? So, to me, that just makes it seem like, oh, okay, so if you do this, you know, you're gonna get time served, so that's not too bad. You know, that's bullshit. That, to me, makes it okay to do these kind of things. There's not enough punishment, there's not enough action taken, and it's causing other people to just be like, oh, I might just get time served, why not? So, I mean, like I said, I really wanted to do this for his father because he did comment on a Junior video, and I know he understands what Junior's family is going through, and I wanted to make sure that his son got some coverage, even if it's just from my channel. You know, I wanted to do that for him. So this is for his family, and my condolences are with them. I know that it's never gets easier, never gets better, and you know, it's a nightmare that you can't wake up from. So, thank you guys for supporting my channel, and to the Torres family, once again, my condolences to you, and I hope that Jesus rests in peace, and whether justice was served or not, I just hope he's in peace, and you guys find some kind of peace to get through the rest of your life without him, and his child, and the mother of his child, I'm sure, is, you know, like I said, they say time heals all wounds, but when it's death, it doesn't. I speak from experience. When somebody you love is taken away from you, it never gets easier. It's not like you wake up one day and the pain's gone, or you wake up one day and you don't remember. It's always there. And things similar happening just brings you right back to where you were in the beginning when it first happened to you. So there is no, you'll feel better tomorrow or things will get easier. It doesn't. It's just like you go on with your life, but you really don't. It's like you're going through the motions, but you're not really there mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're there physically, and it's just like it's a horrible limbo to be in. So like I said, my condolences go out to your family, and I hope you guys appreciate this video and this gets his story out more than it was already. Thank you guys, and I will